Hello, YouTube. Okay, so one thing I have to, say, is the exact same reason why the game worked at 30. The game was, make sure you was dirty since they didn't reward you at 2-9 and, literally, let the rest show. And guess what happened? Literally, it's the exact same reason why the game worked, was why game was just the game and why my mom took over, okay? Now, that was really, really true. So, let's just say something, okay? Lord Seventh is just about dead, okay? Now, I'm not trying to make any corny, I'm trying to literally stop, really bad habits. One thing that I recognize, okay, that I'm gonna say way later on in the video is that, I might or might not be uploading something that's regarding my life story. So, for now, I have to say, I just played a game of, Sparking Zero, and I chose two characters that were defining, and I'm staying away from my anime rap career until I get on stage. You wanna know why? Because I'm not gonna have all the support for no reason. But anyway, bottom line, literally fucking this guy chose Omega Shinron and Goku, and there was also fucking Trunks, literally. And we all know that one guy, the fucking Zero, or the one fucking the Iron guy in My Hero is right next to Kirishima. Literally, I fought that guy. Literally, when I played with the other Shigaraki for the very first time. Literally, so where we're at in Lord Sam, so some single mothers, some Miraz have been saying for a while, literally talking about Chris and Mad World, saying that literally it's because of Chris we had this, and that. Literally, they're way below me. They're like fucking Trevor and fucking Boy Scouts, okay? Because they knew, literally, I watched all Slice Left Abby like Snoop Dogg, but it still helped me to our reputation. That's what Lord Sam was all about. I'm like, fuck this shit, right? Because he's jealous of me, he's coming at me with a Lord intellect like the ARO, alright? So where we stand at Lord Sam, literally, is I chose one Shigaraki for the very first time. Not the last one, but the normal one, literally, where he choked Deku in the fucking mall, alright? So literally, I'm like, one, you should have had three people, literally, alright? So I got past Omega Shinron, then Goku, and that fucking silver guy who cheats, alright? The iron guy who cheats, alright? Alright, it's very true, and I have multiple people complain that when you want a video to be longer, literally, white people know the same thing, but the truth behind the matter, literally, is that that girl has big keys. I start fucking laughing. So anyway, like I said, literally, where we stand at, from Lord Sam, is that you should have had three people. I know some people hack Sparking Zero, and I got past, literally, you new people, so I had to recognize that, you're fucking obsessed. Literally, I can't be obsessed with a video game 24/7. I'm a grown man. So anyway, the truth behind this, right? The truth critically behind this, okay, is that, I want to stop, bad, habits, okay? Like, watching, pornography, etc. Anything have to do, playing with your W, okay? Alright? I want to stop, because, what happened was, you frustrated me. Literally, you had lesbian cops literally play with my balls, and what happened was I had an excuse. I had a legitimate excuse on paper, because what you don't know is that the sperm is connected to the head. You have to drain it like fucking water. And what ends up happening over time, right? Literally, is that they do it so stressed out, and people literally are fucking looking through the droid. Oh, a little bit here, a little bit fucking there. Literally, and it happened just now. Literally, I wanted to relax, and they reminded me, yo, you have a popular YouTube channel, you might win. Literally, white people are so crazy, it's out of bounds. All right, now, where it comes down to it, like I said, I'm not gonna trip because of the example. So what you're gonna do is you gotta do something severely immature, literally, and come back with a new strategy that fucking cheats again, which is the whole point of my hero game. All right. Now let's get real to the situation. All right. I didn't want to go outside. Literally, I was waiting for Life of Boys, but it's something way beyond your comprehension. All right. So that girl imitating Chris, literally, it looks like every fucking model looks like Andre's mom. Really isn't good, but that's why you have to hold on to regular ed. You have to know what regular ed actually is. If somebody using more proportionate errors to get by but not recognizing literally what I used to be, alright? That's why the best bonds has all these fucking hurricanes and fucking thunderstorms, all this shit leading up to one thing, because they don't want to make sure that literally you get away with common lessons, alright? Now, in doing so, alright, it's something I learned about life, okay? Because when I first, took on Uncle Tommy, I had the biggest fan on the radio, which used to mean something. I'm 31 now, and there's something about my 27 that you didn't know. My 27 literally was above, all humanity. You want to know why? Because this extension with Bruno, literally, before I even tried blood, before I even did anything, literally, was the fault I tried 27 because I achieved the biggest Gogeta in humanity, okay? Alright? That's who I was, alright? But that shit's way long time ago. I haven't seen money, I haven't seen shit. I know that's a part of 30 by now, but at the same time, literally, so I'm telling you, right now, literally, when it comes to 31, and they said yesterday, when Chris said 31, he inflicted shit, right? Literally, then he faded off, later on, saying, this is an excuse, by the way, but literally, he's like, I'm still living with my grandma at 36. I'm done. Alright, so all my extensive research, they have to have fire cars, they have to be trained cars, 24/7, don't be PSAs, don't mean shit, okay? So it's true. Literally, so my mom says you're 31, this, and that, and I'm gonna spill the beans. You're not supposed to have children, validated until you're 33, okay? Now, the meat may play around this and that, Chris may have said something, just now, but in reality, really, when it comes down to a doctor and Kaiser, really, they're not supposed to be validated until 33, and that's because of a gang, okay? So gangs tell you how to cheat with proportion, all right? Now, when it comes down to it, when it comes to my mom, and because of my children, really, if she fucking figures out, literally, that I don't get none prior to what you might see in this fucking video. Literally, it's gotta be inflicting. It's gotta be a tree. Literally, that's why I hate the fucking requirements, because my original mentality with my mom, literally, instead of all this fucking place like Martin Luther King on top of fucking skateboarding, was your mind needs air. Your mind needs cake. Literally, you have to have more dopamine in order to deliver your videos, in order for you to handle higher tier subjects, you have to have a certain amount of, dopamine, literally, and friendliness, behind you, literally, so you won't be overly stressed out on subjects. That's why other people who are more mature and are raised by better families keep their fucking children literally in one straight whole line, okay? So they don't get out of bounds in areas like fucking wanting to do anime, didn't want to do drugs with fucking skaters, okay? It's true. You have to really, really, really take care of your child. That's what the big fun is. That's why all those Asians and Indo-Asians are so fucking successful, because their family never distracts them from something, okay? So it's true. It's absolutely true, alright? So that running gag fucking ended, alright? We can't allow with the common sense of my anime, I'm like fucking whatever. So when I literally fucking dealt with my mom by trying to be influenced for all those fucking 4 years, literally I took away my fucking research that, a human has to have sacrifice, like a human has to have cake, alright? Literally, and that's why I used to have a bar boss. When I first originally said poker face, literally I was flew in the street and she said what she said. You couldn't come to the same conclusion. So I'm like, fuck you, okay? I was Zane, I was everything. So I'm like, give the fuck up, alright? It's true. It's very fucking true, alright? And also, there's a hidden gem that you didn't notice here. Kayla Malott literally got obsessed with Jordan, alright? A fucking ugly girl literally took her to her final phase of crib, literally, and then point at the dance floor, alright? And she had to act like what? Like, I'm gonna get a knife on Jordan. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and that when I train Jordan. It's stupid. It's absolutely fucking stupid. Wonder why? Because this is the world that Kayla's obsessed with. Literally, and I figured out she stopped me from reaching, certain things. But I'm just telling you, literally, she was the epitome of beautiful. And Bud's like, use the concepts that text somebody for a little bit of blue. Look who I pulled freshman year. It was her. Literally, it was completely fucking her. That's the problem, literally. And that's why you didn't understand that I'm supremely handsome in these fucking videos. And literally, I have a taste of cousin Doug because of how fucking lazy you are. Alright? And there's one more part. It's something about 2021 that you didn't know. When I was making all those character designs, like, I don't know, somewhat Julio's game, I had Sugar Rush, literally, and that's the relationship I have with that fucking scientist. Is that literally, he was there without having Sugar Rush, so guess what it was before? I was official in order to be 5150 because that's how they had to fool me, okay? But now official is coming with something, I feel something, literally, you have to do something before it. But like I said, I didn't want to masturbate earlier because of Uncle Tommy, I feel so bad. And so cartoons saying, oh, I did twice as much masturbation experience. Well, I keep it clean, and clean is how you get bitches, okay? I'm done. I'm completely fucking done, alright? And stop trying to convince me anything. Literally, when I went through all that sin, when I went through all that meditation, you didn't give Eric shit, alright? Like, this is the last statement. If I do become dead, then I will officially become your puppet. But until then, I'm fighting back with Batman Beyond always, okay? So it's true. It's completely fucking true, alright? Now, you have to understand something. What I do about different people with different qualities, that's why you raise your children to be a single file line. That's why sports are important. You don't want everything at once. You want to take a little bit of salt and medicine, okay? So, it's fucking crazy, alright? So, let's just roll with common sense. Stop putting everything on me. Stop imagining me to be inhuman and recognize that you already alive. The medication's got to make me act a certain way. So you have to literally go back with full-on progress report instead of pretending that nothing happened.